Hey my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of the Year of Cooking Canuck. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, and a big hello and welcome to my new subscribers, and welcome back to my current subs. Guys, on today's segment of Memories of Macedonia, I'm going to be showing you something that we love all over the nation, and it's called Palachinki. Palachinki are Macedonian crepes or crepe pancakes, but what makes them so special is what goes in them. So guys, I'm going to show you how we make Macedonian crepes and what all that goes into that, and I'm also going to show you several different fillings, both sweet and savory, that you'll find in Macedonia. So guys, without further ado, let's get in the kitchen and make Macedonian Palachinki. Aye there. Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen countertop. As usual, all of the amounts I'm using today will be below in the description bar. Just click show more and they'll all be there. Guys, I'm sorry if you hear my air conditioner, but it's 40 degrees today in Malta, so I need it on. Sorry. Alright, we're going to start with our Palachinki batter. So I have a bowl here, to which I'm going to crack a couple of eggs. And to the eggs, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan. You guys can use sea salt. Now, you have an option. You can also add a teaspoon of sugar. I don't, I leave it out, but it's up to you. So I'm going to whisk my eggs with the salt and sugar if you're using it. We just want to get that salt starting to dissolve. Alright, that's looking really good, guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start adding our wet ingredients first. So I'm going to start off with 1 cup of water. One cup of milk, and I'm using whole milk. And then for this recipe, we like to use some sparkling water. Easy boy. Alright. So we're gonna add 2.5 cups. And again, guys, all the ingredients, the amounts will be below. That goes in. And this helps with a nice fluffier crepe. And I'm just going to eyeball a half here. Right. Put the cap on my water, don't want it to go flat. Give this a whisk up. And now it's time to add our flour in. And what I want to do is add this in gradually, guys. A little bit at a time. Make sure there's no lumps that way. So I'm going to continue adding the flour, and when it's all in, I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I did decide after all to put a little bit of sugar in here. So I did put about a pinch of sugar. But it's up to you guys. You can add up the whole teaspoon. Right. Your batter shouldn't be too thick. But when you want to test it, is get a spoon and you should get a steady stream, and the back of the spoon should coat. Okay? Now, the really important thing at this stage, guys, is you need to let your batter rest in the fridge for a minimum of an hour, up to overnight if you want. So you can do this the night before if you're having guests over for breakfast or brunch the next day, and then just prepare them then. Alright, so in the fridge it goes. We'll see you in an hour. Hey guys, welcome back. So my batter has been resting about a half an hour before you're ready to cook. take it out of the fridge and just leave it on the counter. So now your batter has rested long enough. It should be ready to go. Again guys, a telltale sign. You want a steady stream. It shouldn't break up, and the back of your spoon should coat. Let's head to the stove. Alright guys, welcome to the stove top. What I have here is a crepe pan. If you don't have a crepe pan, you can certainly do this in a skillet or frying pan. Not a problem. What you want to do is get your pan to a medium-high heat. I'm going to turn this down a little bit, smidgen. And I'm going to spread some butter on my crepe pan so it doesn't stick. And then get your crepe batter, about a ladle's worth, depending on the size you want, could be a 1/4 cup. Place it in your pan and immediately start swirling. You want to cover every part of the pan. You're going to let your crepe cook until the sides look very dry. And you can see some bubbles here. Once these corners are dry, you'll be able to flip your crepe, and I'll show you then. Okay guys, as you can see, the sides of my palachinka is getting dry. It moves in the pan. Usually the first one, guys, is a bit of a disaster, like when you make pancakes. But they get better as you go. So gently put your spatula underneath, and if you want, you can even flip this with your fingers. I just tore it. It's the first one, guys. As I said, they get better as you go. Alright, so I'm going to let this side go for about a minute or so, and I'll take it out and we'll do one more. Alright guys, I just did a little patchwork of that part that I ripped. As you can see, the crepe is getting more and more cooked. It's dry. You can remove this and we'll do another. Again with some butter. And then a ladle of your batter, and stir your batter in between, guys. Start to swirl immediately, covering all of the pan. Again, wait till the edges get dry and we can flip. The more you do, guys, the easier it'll get. So guys, I'm going to continue with the rest of my batter, and I'll bring you back when they're all done. How dark you like your crepes is up to you. You can have them golden, you can have them with brown spots, it's to your taste. I like mine a little bit lightly golden, just light. And I'll bring you back when they're all done. Success! Hey guys! Now is the fun part. We get to fill our palachinki. So I'm going to start off with some savory ideas. Now the first one I'm going to show you guys is the first time I ever had a palachinka, and it was incredible, and it was just simple with feta cheese. So that's what I'm gonna do. In the meantime, guys, I've kept our palachinki warm, wrapped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and fetch one. Now, in the cooking process, I said that the palachinka should be dry. Yes, it should be dry for you to flip, but it should be spongy and just so soft and lovely and comfortable. All right, so I have some feta here. I'm gonna slice off a good chunk. I'm simply going to crumble my feta all over my palachinka. Palachinka is one, Palachinki is plural. In case you guys are wondering why I'm flipping back and forth. Guys, it's so simple, this feta version, but it's so good. Alright, need to wipe my hands. Dry them off. Alright, you can simply roll this, or you can do a flap on each end, and then roll your palachinka like so. That one's done, guys. So easy. So I'm gonna place this on my platter. We'll go with the next one. While I was in Crucible, the second palachinka I had was a sauteed mushroom in kashkaval. It was amazing. However, the third one I had, I actually enjoyed more. And that's gonna be our second savory tonight. So again, I'm gonna place some feta, crumbled up. And this time I'm going to place it kind of all over. And then I'm going to add what we call shunka, which is ham that I've cubed up. You can use deli ham too, guys, if you prefer. Trying to keep it in a single layer. And then what you're simply going to do is fold, 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 and fold. And that's our second savory palachinka, feta and ham. Guys, our third palachinka is a savory sweet combo. And this is one of my all-time favorites. What I have here is something we call urda. It's a very fresh young cheese. In English, sometimes they call it cottage cheese. It's more like a ricotta, but it's a very young cheese, like a ricotta would be, or a cottage cheese. So, I'm gonna place. And you can see why they call it cottage cheese, because it's kind of lumpy, like ricotta. You can also get this in a more drier version as well, guys. So spread this out. Lovely. Oh, I love this cheese, guys. It is so good. Okay. To which I'm going to add some crushed walnuts. A shout out to my good friend Anita, whose aunt made some great palachinki in Bitola, and she brought them to her village, and we had some palachinki with walnuts and honey. So, you know it's coming then, guys. Oh yes, this is where the sweet part comes in, but it works so well. I'm gonna get some honey going. And you don't need a lot, guys. It's going to bring out the cheese more. Oh, this is my favorite one, guys. Favorite one. And then you're simply gonna roll this palachinki. Roll it up, roll it up, and that's our third. Fresh young cheese with crushed walnuts. And who has a sweet tooth? Right, guys, we're gonna move on to our sweet palachinki. This is a classic. It's the most simple. The first time I had this version, I was in Bitola, and then I had an amped up version, which I'll show you next in Ohrid. So, guys, I have my palachinka here, and good old Nutella. Nutella is like a hazelnut chocolate spread, guys. Kids love it. I like it too, but in moderation. There's so much Nutella products out there, guys, now. But in Europe, we love our Nutella. So I'm gonna spread, well, guys, put as much as or a little as you like. I mean, I don't have a huge sweet tooth, believe it or not. As you can probably tell from my channel, I don't have a myriad of desserts recipes. I do have some, but not a lot. It's because I don't have a huge sweet tooth, but once in a while, look out, I want. And tonight, I want. Simple, guys, right? Nutella on your crepe. Go ahead. I'm gonna fold the edges in and give this a roll. There's our fourth palachinka, just with Nutella. Guys, our fifth version and second sweet palachinka is another classic, and this is what I had in Ohrid. Again, it's with some Nutella. And we have some banana. I know it's simple, guys, but it's so good. Who doesn't love Nutella and bananas? Get out of here. So I'm gonna place my bananas. Like so. Okay. Then again, gonna fold my edges in. Give it a nice roll. Then what we'll do is top this with a bit of icing sugar. Oh yes, must be topped. Not done yet, guys. Some chocolate sauce. Oh yes. Top that with a couple of bananas. One for the chef. Just to let people know what's in there. Get back on there, you. Oh, he doesn't want to go. That's okay. His friend will go. Banana, Nutella, palachinka. Awesome. Our sixth palachinka and our third and final sweet one is gonna start off with some Nutella. Guys, I had this in Vevchani, and if you saw my video at the Via Egnatia restaurant, you know I had to take some time out. I needed time. So in my bowl I have some Nutella, to which I'm going to add some custard. And I'm going to mix this up. using store-bought custard, guys, because I'm only making one. There's no point in me making fresh custard for one palachinka. Add a bit more. This actually might make me two. And the rest of this little pot. So I had about 2 tablespoons of Nutella to this small little pot of custard. And it'll probably make 2, if not 3, if you want to do this recipe. Alright, let's set this aside. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Sprinkle this, spread it good. If you want, you can also add bananas in here as well. Go. Little sprinkling of crushed walnut. You can use hazelnut as well. And then what we're simply going to do with this one is fold it in half and then in half again. At this point, we're going to garnish. Oh yes, we're going to garnish. Again, with some chocolate sauce. And top it off with some whipped cream. Oh my word. Guys, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I really don't. Oh, but this is going in my belly. Alright guys, I'm going to plate up. I'll show you the final plates. And then I'm gonna eat. So guys, our Palachinki 6 ways is all done. I really hope you try this recipe. It's simple, but delish. So guys, just a quick recap. We have our Palachinka with feta and ham. We have our sweet savory one with the kind of ricotta filling, the walnuts and honey. Oh, my fave. Then we have our Nutella and banana. We have over here our simple Nutella. And then of course our decadent Nutella and custard with nuts and whipped cream. Guys, thank you so much for watching this segment of Memories of Macedonia here with the Euro Cooking Canuck. Like my video, please share, please comment, and follow me on social media. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you join me. Guys, until we meet again, be good to yourself and to each other. Follow mnogo, ajde prijatno, ajde, ciao.